Hello my friends, I'm back again to cover some newly available free VR games. We're showcasing 10 games today, all within a variety of genres, whether you're into horror, history, or adventure. Run of Mydan was once a paid game that has recently become free to play. It's a graphically abstract action-adventure. Use your hands to fly like Superman in this beautifully geometric dream world. Your goal in each level is to find the Pillars of Light. Each of them has a crystal core that, once destroyed, will extinguish the light. Destroy all the pillars to clear each level. Some pillars will require some strategy to reach them, while others will summon guardians that must be destroyed. And speaking of enemies, you'll find all kinds, from other flying bipeds to small droids. Most of the time you'll be flying in the air, but occasionally you'll have to plunge into waters as well. You have 3 weapons to switch from, and a summonable shield as well. I really enjoyed playing this, but I was annoyed by one part. Just before the final boss, you have an obstacle course flying challenge. You steer a giant dragon's head, like flying Falcor, as you dodge obstacles. This seemed out of place to me and felt a little tedious, but if you keep at it, you can finish it. Thankfully, this section was generous with checkpoints. I got about an hour of gameplay out of this, and besides the obstacle course, I really loved it. You can play the campaign in single player or co-op, and there's a multiplayer arena as well.
Suitable for travel.
TSA Frisky was also originally a paid game, which has recently become free. In here you take on the role of a TSA agent deciding who should and should not be able to fly. It's a casual hunting, multitasking, and memorization challenge. Whenever you start a new shift, you need to consult your guide for which items are contraband for that particular day. When passengers walk up to you, you need to verify their ticket is genuine and then scan them for contraband. If you find some, scan it to confirm and then discard it in the appropriate bin. Once they're clean, you can stamp them for approval.
Squeaky clean.
If their ticket is fake, then you can flip your stamper to deny them from flight. Things get really busy when you need to search their luggage too, but you'll need a pretty large room scale to reach it. You can see that I'm hitting the edge of my play space when I reach for the luggage. As you play more, you'll earn promotions and upgrades. For example, I earned a foghorn that stops them from dancing so I can search them properly. For a casual challenge, I think this provides a lot of unique charm. I like how lighthearted and silly everything feels in the game.
Suitable for travel.
This could also be great as a party game, with multiple people taking turns in the headset.
The name Colosseum for the amphitheatre dates from the 6th century.
Come and visit the Roman Colosseum in VR. Go on a narrated tour back in time to see the heart of ancient Rome firsthand. It all starts with a brief historical introduction on a brick wall, but before long, you'll be at the ground level with an impressive life-size demonstration of the Colosseum.
Vespasian preserved the Colossus, but the lake was filled in and the land reused as the location for the new amphitheatre.
This experience is packed with fascinating information. I learned a lot about the Colosseum that I didn't know before.
Not part of the original structure, but were built for Emperor Domitian when it was decided it would no longer be flooded for simulated naval battles.
Throughout the tour, you're sometimes given a choice of perspective. Like, do you want to see the interior of the Colosseum as a citizen or as Caesar? You're moved involuntarily by sliding, so if you're prone to motion sickness, you might have trouble in here. I have a soft spot for really great historical VR experiences, because I feel like I'm really there in these ancient places. If you like these kinds of things too, then I highly recommend it. Runtime is about 30 minutes.
The space allocated to an average spectator is only 40 centimeters, with legroom of 70 centimeters, although this for sure doesn't apply to the senators.
Another historical experience that I really enjoyed was opening night. Visit Berlin in 1927 and explore the abstract reconstruction of a famous theater, the name of which I simply cannot pronounce. You choose any of 3 perspectives to guide you on opening night: a first-time visitor, a famous singer, and one of the crew members behind the scenes. It's all narrated in German, but thankfully there's subtitles.
Man kann sagen, dass ich zu jener Zeit, den Roaring Twenties, wie man sie ja heute nennt, doch überaus gefragt war. Und wenn Ludwig keine Umwege hätte fahren müssen wegen der Presse, dann wäre ich an jenem Premierentag wie gewöhnlich zeitlich in der Garderobe gewesen.
In contrast to the previous Colosseum experience, this features a papercraft visual style with minimal detail in the architecture. And this style somehow felt even more immersive to me. I think the minimal style allowed my imagination to fill in the gaps, especially with the rich sound design. But just like with the previous one, you'll be sliding involuntarily. Also, if you're sitting, you're going to want a swivel chair, because you'll need to look all around you to follow the direction. I found this to be a rather pleasant abstract journey. Playtime for me was about 30 minutes.
Sie immer noch Fritzi, mein Lieber. Verstehen Sie mich nicht falsch, natürlich genoss ich den Ruhm auch. Ich hatte zu dem Zeitpunkt über 25 Jahre auf der Bühne gespielt und es war nicht...
The AAA VR game that you've all been waiting for is here. Cactus Cowboy 3 fully loaded. All is going well in Cactus World until an alien robot invasion violently arrives to cause destruction. So now it's up to Cactus Cowboy to gear up and save the world. Now, obviously the graphics are simple in here, but if you give this game a chance, you just might have a great time. If you enjoy games like Serious Sam, where it's all about senseless, frantic run-and-gun gameplay, then I think you'll enjoy this too. Obviously from the footage, it's all fast sliding movement, including jumping, so yet again, I need to include a motion sickness warning. The weapon interactions are pretty great with realistic reloading for each weapon, albeit with cactus hands. Keep an eye out for ammo and health pickups as you charge forward, taking out the alien robots. You'll find about 4 hours of gameplay in the campaign throughout a variety of levels, so if silly action sounds good to you, then definitely check it out.
Hostile detected. Engaging.
Diorama Worlds is another game that was once paid and has recently become free. It's a unique crafting and creation game for a niche audience. Not everyone will enjoy it, but I think those that do enjoy it will truly love it. It's a diorama maker's dream come true, which I suppose is the obvious thing to say, but I really mean that. This isn't normally my cup of tea, but the younger me who loved playing with Legos and tinkering with things would have just died at the chance to play this in VR. Once you get a hang of the controls, it's fairly intuitive, and you'll be building your own custom diorama scenes in no time. It's also fun to simply open the pre-built scenes that come bundled with it. There doesn't seem to be any character or object animation possible, but there are some animated effects, like the gunfire you see here. So if you like dioramas or tinkering with small models, then you should definitely check it out. Did you ever wish for a game like Pistol Whip, but with swords instead of guns? If so, Brisk Square has been released for free in early access, and it's starting off with a lot of promise. Continually slide forward while slicing at all the obstacles and enemies in your way. Besides slicing, you have 3 powers: slow down time, telekinesis, and firing a laser from your hand. You know, just like in real life. Each of these powers take time to recharge. When you're in the zone and you enter a flow state, it's pretty cool, and you'll get plenty of squats in, but it's a one-hit kill for you, so the good times end really abruptly. I personally wish it was more like 2 or 3 hits and you're out, instead of 1. Keep an eye on this as it develops, as it could blossom into something really fun and rewarding.
Discovered through exploration and curiosity. Discovered through play.
The Marvellous Machine was once a paid experience that has recently become free. It's a 15-minute, non-interactive short film.
If you look in front of you right now, you're not just seeing bricks, pipes, rails, and bolts. You're seeing your version of them.
You're riding inside a steampunk cart ride that feels like a very advanced theme park. At first, I thought it was going to be about the nature of reality given how the narration started.
Thoughts that are unique to you, that make you interpret the things around you in a way that's unique to you.
But it ends up being more of a guided talk about mindfulness, not being attached to your thoughts, and living in the present.
I invite you now to explore what lies beyond your thoughts, beyond what is being projected by your mind.
It's all very good looking and well polished, and I think it's a good message to hear as well. If you're into mindfulness or meditation, then you could get repeat experiences out of this, as it's a good reminder to be mindful. But if you're not into that, then this might be a one-off experience for you.
As you enter through these doors, enter into a new adventure. An adventure where things are not learned, but discovered.
SCP Labrat is a faithful VR recreation of SCP Containment Breach, which was originally a free flat-screen game for Windows from 2012. A horror game based on the fictional stories of the SCP Foundation. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know that I don't play horror VR games. So this listing is simply an announcement because I didn't play it. The reviews are great, and it's obviously free, so if you love VR horror, then go for it. Dragon VR is a short, but very good-looking, family-friendly experience. You're guided step-by-step on how to hatch a dragon egg, while in the meantime fending off a couple of dinosaurs. The interactions themselves are well done, like striking 2 stones together to start a fire, but it's basically a paint-by-numbers experience that's over in 10 minutes. I would say that it's good for VR newcomers, except that you move by sliding, which is not good for VR newcomers. But if you're lucky enough to have a massive room scale, then it would be pretty cool to go through this entire experience by just walking from area to area. And in that rare case, then I would say it's a good first VR experience. So it's a pity that it's sliding movement only, because this would otherwise be perfect for showing VR to friends for the first time. Well, that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe. See ya!